Should we talk about The Moon is Following Us since we all read it?
Yeah.
All of us read that?
Oh, yeah.
That's why we were reading it.
Cool. Well, I'm glad I read the right
I
thing.
told Drew to go get it.
Did
I told
you?
Drew to get his trade from the place that he buys his trades.
Bright Dog Comics.
So
Nice.
that, because I read it.
Cool.
And I wanted everybody to read it. So
Yes.
we could all talk about it.
I did
'Cause
read
that
it.
never happened.
It's
It
very
doesn't
rare.
usually happen. So, do we all like it?
Yes,
Yeah,
I did
I
enjoy
did.
it.
I didn't realize the premise of this book basically was that Daniel Warren Johnson and Riley Rossmo.
I knew
are,
that
like-
part.
I didn't. And so, like, I read the first issue, and I didn't even catch it because it's only at the very end, right, where Daniel
Yeah.
Warren Johnson does, like, the last 4 or 5 pages.
Yeah.
And I did think, hey, this is kind of weird. And then, like, I read the second issue, and I think it was, like, in the letters pages where it was like, hey, it's kind of cool that Daniel Warren Johnson's doing this part of it, and Riley Rossmo's doing this part of it, and I was like, huh. And I went back and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that is.
So the
That-
frustrating thing about the trade is there's no
There's
chapter breaks.
Funny with that is the fact that
You didn't get it either, did you?
well, so here's the thing. As I was looking through it, I'm like, huh. It kind of changed there a little bit. He must be calling out his inner Daniel Warren Johnson.
Yeah.
But I didn't actually think that.
So
He
Rossmo
did.
does all the
Yes, I get it.
the dream stuff,
The dream stuff.
and Daniel
the
Warren
so-called
Johnson does
real
all
life.
the real life stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
It was a cool
It's
premise.
only 10 issues, right? I think it's done in
10 or 15, I think 10.
Okay.
But yeah, the premise is this is The Moon is Following Us by Daniel and Riley Rossmo.
Yes.
And the premise is like these parents, their daughter has gone comatose, and so they have to then go into her dreams to kind of try and rescue her, wake her up. So that she
Right.
It's very dreamscape.
It is.
But I didn't think the concept was super original because I feel like before going into a dream, blah, blah, blah. But it's executed really well. And the two different artists, interesting way to do it is
I was
having.
going to say, I don't know. I mean, I do find that there's a certain originality there with how it's being approached.
Yeah.
So maybe to your point, yeah, going something with, the people fighting in a dream world, type things, I guess that's necessarily original. So if you're going with, I feel like they are trying to do something real with that concept of
And it's going to be a
dreams versus
heartbreaker.
reality. But I don't know necessarily. I mean, I feel like Daniel Warren Johnson's doing what Daniel Warren Johnson can do, which is evoke emotion.
Yeah.
Type things. Now,
Correct.
is he pulling it off? I think he's pulling that part off very well, but as an overall concept type of thing, I still don't know how well that is working for me, though, because it makes some certain jumps. It does fall into some certain tropiness, I guess, things. But I still think he does the emotion well,
Yeah, I
if
think
that
so.
makes sense.
Yeah.
So with it, I like it. I just don't know that it's maybe because of the fact of certain tropes or whatever, or his speed that he wants to go with it on, because it moves fast. I feel like
Yeah, it does move very
it is
fast.
just going, and it's like I want to give you these points and things. I just don't feel like maybe to me personally it's quite as strong as do a power bomb.
Yeah.
But I think in some cases there with do a power bomb, I think I went into that one going, wrestling, what the hell am I going to like with this one?
Yeah.
And it really blew me away. This one, maybe because of that, maybe I was expecting a little bit more.
Sure.
I'm not sure. It's still very solid. I still really like it. But he does, like I said, he does what he does well. But I don't know that I'm feeling, like it's maybe to your point. I don't know if it is the originality. I feel like that's blowing away that I feel like he's got an original concept of things that he wants to do in this dream world. I just don't know that he's pulling it off entirely, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's funny because I really like Riley Rossmo, an artist, and I really like Daniel Warren Johnson, but I'm not sure that I really want a book where it's half, right? Or like 30 something. Like,
Yeah.
I prefer it all just be Daniel Warren, all just
Did that take you away then with some of that?
kind of.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think. I mean, I like it because it.
I think
it
I did
breaks
too.
up.
It really-
You know where you are.
Well, at least they have a reason. Like it's this
Bingo.
is the dream world.
You're exactly right. Because as fast as Daniel Warren Johnson wants to move, it can be jolting.
Mm-hmm.
And with that respect, I felt like you're right. It kind of helped ground you to which area
even
you're
though I
in.
didn't catch on.
So-
but after I
You,
figured it
you
out,
can, type
now
things.
I like it. It
Yeah.
makes sense.
Well, like I said, I didn't even catch that it was
And-
the two different artists. I just thought one was doing a different style
right.
between the two.
And if I would have
But-
caught on to it, it's like that's when if you would have known and noticed, like that's your big reveal right at the end of the first issue.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, they're doing all this, and then boom, they wake up and they're like living their normal
Normal
life,
lives,
right?
yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you're like, oh, what the hell's going on? Because you see it.
And I don't know how I didn't see the big twist coming, but it like
At the very end
I
of this
yeah, I totally didn't see it coming. I was like, oh,
The
That's
one guy kind of double crossing things.
did you
at
read
the
all
very
5
end.
issues?
I
Don?
did, but I don't. Here, let me
Well,
see.
there was a kind of a mage or something like this that's leading and trying to help him, and he ends up, he was telling a story about his daughter and picture, and then the double cross happens where he's kind of still trying his daughter, and using them as to help his daughter instead of their daughter, which is what they're after.
That's very
So-
or that's very, yeah,
Probably.
Very Jeff
It's a
Lemire.
pretty good twist.
It is, but I like the way too, though, that Daniel Warren trying to invoke, that family feel, and the strength of family and things like this, and trying to overcome things. I don't know. I do like that. It's definitely something that is very entertaining, and it is a very quick read. I don't know. I don't want to sound down on it at all. I like it. Absolutely. I do just feel like it has a couple of hiccups in there, but type things.
I remember it now. It's
but
been
yeah.
a while since
I think I would like it a lot more if Daniel wrote all of it. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I mean,
But I get it.
Did you
It's
feel
like,
some of the action in that dream world was a little crazy though, as well? I don't know. I mean, I got the point across, but man, sometimes there was just some weird
Hard to
jumping
follow.
around going on where I was like, "What the f?" And stuff. I think I just kind of went with it and go, "I'm just going with it because it's gonna, flow to something anyway." But and I don't know, the big reveal that the snake person in dream world is the mother's mother, whatever, the grandmother.
yeah.
I don't know if that was a big there, but it's
Yeah.
well, I think it just goes back to Daniel Warren Johnson and kind of wanting to have that family struggle and things of that aspect in there, and how certain events that happen in life can stick with him as well. And like I say, I think there's some very great thoughts there that he does, and in all of it though, to me is how Daniel Warren Johnson can tap into emotion. With a lot of that.
Definitely.
I think it is. I really do. And I think that's is that one of the things that maybe is missing from Scotty Young sometimes on his.
Sometimes,
his
yeah.
is very
doesn't quite hit it. Sometimes.
yeah.
He gets real close.
He gets real close, and he's very entertaining. Type things, and I think he can pace maybe a little bit better than Daniel Warren Johnson.
paces
But
well.
I think that Daniel Warren Johnson evokes the emotion.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Hard to do.
It is. It is.
All right, Don, what did you read?